a Thich Nhat poem that we're going to use for this whole class. Last week we began again, but I reintroduced Thich Nhat Hanh's work, which really the most simple of his work is his meditation that he teaches, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, I see myself as a flower. I am the freshness of a dewdrop. Breathing out, my eyes have become flowers. Please look at me. I am looking with the eyes of love. So take a moment and imagine your favorite flower. And maybe it's flowers, but consider a flower. And then go back to your sense of wonder that we've been working with. And your sense of wonder comes from sort of like childhood wonder. And imagine yourself as perhaps one of the children that are inside of you that you know really well, that loved to pick flowers or see flowers or got so excited about ants. And perhaps take a look into this flower as though you've seen it for the first time. Breathe gratitude for this flower in your life and breathe it through your heart so that we connect into heart-brain coherence and connect in with all others on the planet doing this practice in this moment, because there are hundreds of thousands at this point. Maybe we're up to 1 million. And heart-brain coherence, as we are also in this power of this new moon. I'm sorry, full moon. The second full moon, the fourth full moon of the season, which makes it a blue moon of a different kind. Instead of it being all in the same, 2 moons in the same month, it's 4 moons within the same season, equinox to equinox. And this power of the full moon is this recreation, is to find your new way, is to have new aspirations, is to create. It's new beginnings, again, like we often think of in the springtime, new beginnings. And so look at this flower, breathe the gratitude through your heart, connecting ourselves into heart-brain coherence, and then honor the place within you that can see yourself in the flower. And consider the statement, I am, whatever flower it is. And just continue that as I am that I see. Breathing in, I see myself as a flower. I am the freshness of a dewdrop. Breathing out, my eyes have become flowers. Please look at me. I am looking with the eyes of love. And this is where we start our practice. There are 4 stanzas for this poem, and I'll bring another one in after we work with our first chakra. So if you're not grounded into the earth in one way or another, and remember, you can always be on a chair because there's always ways to modify for a chair. And if you're not all the way down already, come all the way down. If you were seated, come down to the floor. Let's see, I learned that I can get really much closer to you. If you need to see me. A lot of you have said you just follow my words. And then pull your knees in from wherever you were. And feel the spine on the floor from how your spine grounds into the earth as you come to this position. And circle the knees in one direction. We're grounding that spine and working with the lower spine to find that sacred place called the sacrum. And just imagine that in that sacred place is the seed of this flower. And that this posture here is like the beginning of the planting of the seed for this flower as a new beginning. Pull the knees in, bring the head up to the knees and the hands to the feet. And this is the posture called the seed. But in the seed, there's like this, it's like this is also represents like the Big Bang, where you use the metaphors on the mat to, work with that imagination to expand your pineal gland. It's really all science and yoga as a healing art. And you can feel the tension, the buildup, the burst of, the internal buildup of the energy. And see, your hands can come to your knees or under your knees or to the shins or to the ankles or to the toes. Notice the strain in the upper body. And if it's too much strain, you can always take one hand and put it behind your head. Then 5-pointed star is the expansion. Oh, and so what I see that we're doing at this full moon, power of 4, by the way, which is amazing. I don't know that I remember the last time that there were 4 full moons in one season. So wiggle feet and hands and, recognizing that all the little movements of the body, just fill your heart with overflowing gratitude and imagine still that you're the flower. And then that flower is like moving in the wind, or as it's growing. If you've ever seen a slow motion growth of a flower, you'll see that the flower or a plant wiggles up out of the earth. Then bring yourself back to the seed. Breathing in, breathing out. And then back to the 5-pointed star. Breathing in, breathing out. And if all you do is take this one meditation into your day, and if you can focus on it or refocus, breathing in, breathing out. I am that I am. I am that I see of what is in front of me. I am the tree. I am the flower. I am the rock. And the part inside yourself that could say, yeah, I know the rock part of me. I know the tree part. We are part of nature, and nature is our teacher as much as we are teachers for nature. Then bring the feet flat on the floor and loosen the pelvis side to side. We've been doing this beginning practice for a couple weeks now. It's a good one for those of us that have knees that need a little bit of understanding of how we're healing those knees. Then bring the knees to one side and the head to the other. And you can decide to do a lot of things with this posture. This is the spinal twist on the floor. We haven't done this in a while. You can take a block between the knees or a cushion. You can take a block between at the back that props you up. You can't see that where I've put it, but I put one at my back. You can also just have the feet apart, feet, knees, and thighs together, or the bottom leg can cross over the top leg. You want the head opposite the knees so that you get the spinal twist from the center of the skull, right at the middle, between the ears, where the skull sits on the first cervical vertebra, all the way down to the sacrum, to the lower, to the lumbar spine. So, just imagine that you're twisting. Now, you can also imagine that you're wringing out the tension and you're wringing out, you're like squeezing out all the stuff that is holding you back or from expansion, or the stuff that is, bringing you down, or whatever news your body has collected that you want to wring out of you and just let it go. You can imagine all of this in a spinal twist. Then change to the other side. And again, you've got lots of choices here. I'm going to put a block around on my back, and I'm going to put another block between my knees. This is just the restorative posture here. Head turns opposite the knees, and arms are gently open as much as it feels good. Breathing in, breathing out. Notice where you feel the breath, because it can be a meditation in itself. As you go even to like those of you who are at the ocean, you just sit there watching the ocean. And you could do breathing in, breathing out. The waves are your inhale and exhale. How do you feel the breath? How far down into the body? Can you feel it into your toes, your feet, your ankles, your shins, your knees? The torso, it's usually easy to feel the breath, but it's not quite as easy to get into the fingertips, the arms. But you can. With concentration, you can feel the breath every single cell of your body. You can work with it on a cellular level. Breathing in, I am a flower. Breathing out, I'm sending up new shoots. Then come back to center and place the feet flat on the floor and bridge rolls. Now, for those of you who need restorative yoga, just take the block and put the block underneath your sacrum or the cushion or the blanket and just reach the arms over your head and down with the breath. So you inhale the arms up, you exhale down. Those of you who are not using the equipment or you don't need that restorative, then press into the feet, come up and exhale down. Now, those of you who want the Pilates way of doing this, place the feet, knees, and thighs together and press into the feet and come down. Sometimes you don't come up as far, but you might be able to. Now you can use the motion of the hands and the motion of the spine to breathe in and breathe out. Breathing in, breathing out. Everything we do in yoga stimulates the vagus nerve, and the vagus nerve is like sending an electrical message and a healing message to every organ in the body. The 10th cranial nerve Now you can do this practice really super slowly, and you can slow down the breath along with the movement. You can hold the breath in for a moment at the top of the breath, and then you can lower yourself down. Super slow breath. You can also use this more as fitness yoga or exercise and do it faster. You are creating your own practice. And every day you come to the practice, you might have a different kind of day, body, mind, and spirit, and you need to create the practice that you need. Next time you come up, hold the posture. Again, if you don't want to hold the posture, take a block, a cushion, a blanket, and put it underneath the sacrum. Those of you who want to work with more physical exercise, strengthening, then press into the feet and strengthen the glutes and the lower back here. You also will feel the quads. You may feel all the way down to the feet. Just notice what you're sensing so that you can be fully present in the body. Bring the arms down by your sides and just continue that for a moment if your arms weren't already down there. And then hold. From here, again, you can use a block or a cushion. You can also come down if it's too much to hold here. Just let yourself rest. Walk in place. This balances the two halves of the pelvis. You can have the hands laced between your underneath your back and your shoulders together if your body will allow that. You can also lengthen out the leg if your body will allow that. Then those of you who are still with me on the fitness part, you can just lift one leg and press into the opposite leg to strengthen even further, and that one down, and then change sides, pressing one leg up and up towards the sky. You can be straight if you can make it straight, or bent, and then down. Come up onto the toes. All different positions for the bridge, all modifications that you do, you can decide what you're doing, and then slowly come down with the breath, breathing in, breathing out. As you slowly come down, lengthen out the legs to release that posture, shake out the legs, reach the arms above your head and stretch from the heels of the hands to the heels of the feet, then hold your breath. Hold. Oh, You stretch side to side, really just whatever this posture can work for you, and then relax totally and take a moment. Breathing in, breathing out. And while you're taking that moment, breathing in, I am a mountain. Still, alive, vigorous. Breathing out, I feel solid. The waves of emotion can never carry me away. Breathing in, I am a mountain. Still, alive, vigorous. Breathing out, I feel solid. The waves of emotion can never carry me away. So now imagine your mountain. Imagine your mountain. What mountain do you have that you love? Perhaps you've been to the top of a mountain. Perhaps you've walked a mountain. Perhaps you've been at the bottom of a mountain. I am a mountain. Breathing in, I am the mountain. Then feet flat on the floor and hands behind your head. And it's a perfect place for us to come into the core strengthening. Press into the lower back and release. That's the gentle form. Just press into the lower back and release. More vigorous form, lace the fingers behind your head, lift gently, look at the ceiling, and exhale. Again, you have the choice of doing this super slow, one at a time, with extreme mindfulness of how you're using the muscles. And you can just play with the breath, super slow, or a little faster, or super fast. You can bring the feet off the floor. Whatever you do, just make sure your back is grounded into the earth, like the mountain. Exhale as you come up. Knees can be bent, knees can be straight, legs can be extended down if you've got the core strength already. And then hold for a minute. So just hold in that posture. See if you can find the pelvic floor and squeeze at the pelvic floor. Just noticing that, we often forget about it. It's a really important muscle to strengthen. And then pull the knees in. Take a deep breath in and out. Just rock side to side for a moment and do a little massage of the lower back. Before we come to the next one, which is crossing over. So the gentle form of this is leave the head on the floor and just tap one hand on a knee. Next level is to keep the feet on the floor and go side to side, knee to elbow. You can lift the feet and you can lengthen out one leg at a time. So you have a lot of options. You want to exhale on each side. You can blow it out or breathe it out through the nose. Breathing in and breathing out. And you can go super slow, remember. Then hold one side. Breathe in, breathe out. Don't hold the breath. And the other side. And then back to center. Pull the knees in. And from here, rock yourself up. So we'll come up to seated. And I just like to start by loosening the pelvis. And I love this. It just feels sort of luxurious to loosen the pelvis this way. And today we'll do the dolphin. The dolphin is bring your knees over to the right and dive into the knee. So the hands are on both sides and you dive into the knee. And you're rocking the body. And just notice where you're sensing it. Notice where you're feeling it. Notice how you're feeling the whole body engaged in one way or another, or the whole body you can feel all the way from your foot to your hip to your knees. It's all in motion. Inhale and exhale. So you're still breathing in and breathing out, and breathing in and breathing out. Now this is where you get a little bit of a push-up. Help to strengthen the arms. If the wrists are hurting, go onto your fists. And you can always consider having push-up bars, which are available, that help the wrists be straight and the hand not be folded as much into a fist. Change directions with the roll. And dolphins are all about communication. They're all about happiness. They're all about joy. They're all about friendship. So just take that in as you imagine yourself as the dolphin, even though that's not in our poem today. We're still the mountain, the flower. And then pause. And just pause and lift up out of the crown. And then spinal twist without the active isolated stretching today, just looking over the shoulder. It's just so we can get to other things. Breathe into that spinal twist. Keep the eyes open, let them twist around. Keep twisting around to see if you can see your back foot. Don't forget to breathe. Then back around, flip to the other side and dive. And the last part of that second stanza was, the waves of emotion can never carry me away. And I think of this as a wave that we're making in this dolphin dive. Breathing, diving, strengthening, stretching, all in one package. Change directions with the roll. For me, that's leading with my chin instead of on the top of my head. Ooh. And then press into the posture and just reach up out of the crown of the head and pause. Closing your eyes, just feel whatever there is there. And then just twist right around and look over the left shoulder. Keep the eyes open so you're twisting from the center of the skull, and where the eyes are, the eyes are like a direct entryway into the brain, the optic nerve. And just looking around and seeing if you can see your back foot by going just a tiny bit further. Breathing. And then back to center. Onto your hands and knees. Now, as you see, I'm pulling a cushion in here. That's still to protect that knee. So And any of you that need to consider that, then do that. Ah. Mm. Cat cow keeps us in this place of earth. You know, we're still on the earth, and we're just getting the spine totally moving so that we can start our day with all of the vertebra having gotten a little bit of nutrition from this and a little bit of keeping them, moving. And those of you that have had vertebra that, may have a disc that doesn't work or hasn't worked or whatever you've got going on, just know that this is still really great. And you just notice your own body and you accept what is, and you work with it. It is what it is. Then to pause in one direction, take a breath, pause in the other direction, feel the shape, being fully present in the body. Breathing in, I am a mountain. So let's go into mountain. Heel walk, still, alive, vigorous. Breathing out, I feel solid. The waves of emotion can never carry me away. So heel walk for those hamstrings. Play with the posture a little bit, maybe bent knees to straight legs. See how it is for you. Strengthen the arms while you're there. Head down stimulates the thyroid and thymus. Then walk to the hands or hands to the feet, or however you find your way to ragdoll, standing forward bend, or supported squat. So decide, standing forward bend, I always offer that you use a block or something to bring you up, even the base of a chair, if you want that feeling. Ragdoll, bend the knees and let go of shoulders and neck and head. You may want the feeling of all of these. It's sort of like a series, vinyasa series of supported squat, elbows on your knees or hands on the knees. When I put my hands on the knees, I'm able to straighten my legs, but it might feel better just to do it a different way. Elbows and ragdoll and standing forward bend. Breathe into whichever one you're playing with, and you can move with it. Those of you that are movers, there's movers and then there's stillness. So just allow yourself to explore what it is here that, if you want to be a mover. Then bend the knees and bring yourself up, bringing your arms up too. This is to help, so no dizziness, and hands to the heart. And then shake it out. Ooh, you can think of it as a little bit of a dance while you shake it out. Shake it all out, shake the legs out. You might need to go onto one foot to shake the legs out. Shake the buttocks out. You might need to do a little twist. Shake it all out. And you can keep shaking, keep shaking, keep shaking. Then ground into the feet. Let's see. Inhale up and bring yourself into toe balance. Just notice where you sit on the balls of your feet, and then into the Utkatasana, where you can settle into it. And you can go further down if that's allowed in your body. And you can go rest your back on a wall if you want to sit there on the wall. And just hold there for a moment. Breathing in, I am still water. I reflect the sky faithfully. Look, I have a full moon within my heart, the refreshing moon of the Bodhisattva. Breathing out, I offer the perfect reflection of my mirror mind. And I talked with you about mirror neurons. That's the mirror mind. Then those of you who want to, you can shake your legs out if it's too much to stay there, or go up onto your toes. And if you want more, so this is quad strengthening, it's what I need to do for my knee. So I'm going to do it while I try to read this again. Breathing in, I am still water. I reflect the sky faithfully. Look, I have a full moon within my heart, the refreshing moon of the Bodhisattva. Breathing out, I offer the perfect reflection of my mirror mind. And then relax, shake out the legs. Step the right foot back and getting ready for the week. Find this place within you that is the flower, the mountain, the moon in your heart, the full moon in your heart, of love, of openness, of kindness. Straighten the front leg, arms come behind you, look up. Take a breath, breathing in, breathing out. Now you can always have the hands down on the floor or the hands on your lower leg or someplace else. Bend the knee, bring yourself back up. Hands can always be at your heart. Left hand down, right arm back. Past, present, future happening simultaneously. All in one moment. Good to have a future vision. In DNRS, the dynamic neuro retraining system, they say, go to the past and find a good memory. Go to the future and find a future, good future. Then look to the sky. Oh, yes. We're the sky. We are the ocean. And then lateral angle, maybe to the elbow, maybe to the hand, and maybe down to the floor. So hand can be on the floor. Finding a breath, breathing in, breathing out. Back up and back to center. Step forward, change sides, left foot back. Virabhadrasana 1. Foundation. I am the mountain, grounded into the earth. The waves of emotion go in and they go out with the breath. Straighten the front leg, arms come behind you, look up or look down. Work with this for your own physicality of the hamstrings, but also work with it as part of this Dancing Warrior series, that the warrior can dance through life and hold on to that place inside of us that is a mountain, a rock. Then bend the knee and the arms come up. Right hand down, left arm back. All sorts of ways to use these metaphors. Looking up at the sky. And if you're not outside, then imagine the sky. Imagine how big it is and know that I am the sky. Lateral angle, look to the side. New perspectives. Welcoming all perspectives. Finding our way in this new world, this new earth. And up, warrior 2, back to the statement of I am that I am here, I am all that is, I am presence, I am at one with all that is. And then step forward, shake it out. A little bit of the breath of joy for this full moon. And here we go, ready? Last time. And hook up. Now today I'm going to revisit energy medicine that we've done sometimes, but we haven't done for a very long time. And we start by, you can do it in a lot of different ways, but you can start by, I fully love and accept myself just as I am. And you start at the forehead, and then you go to the temples, and you say the same thing. I fully love and accept myself exactly as I am. And then you go to the top lip. I fully love and accept myself exactly as I am. And then the bottom, below the lips, at the chin, I fully love myself exactly as I am. And then you go to the kidney 27, and this is the combination of EFT and of another form, but these are all good. The tapping at the sternum is for your thymus gland. So immunity, so it works with immunity. And you can continue that statement if you want. And then you go to, and this is for actually all the meridians going in one direction, so they're all synchronized. And then out to the lung point, you'll feel that lung point. So you can feel these points on your body. Usually they're little tiny sore spots, but they're not really sore. And then to the ribs to metabolize. This is the lower first, second rib. And you tap, and this is for your metabolizing all your food, your air, and your thoughts through the spleen and pancreas. So that stimulates that. Then your hands behind you to kidney charge. So you're working on the adrenal glands and the kidneys. Then down each leg and slapping down the leg, stimulating the white blood cells, the lymphatic system. And anywhere you can tap, you just keep tapping. And then up into anywhere you can really get, but down the arms and up the arms and down and up. Then around the neck and the head, and you get up into the head, and you can tap the head. And then you can find places on your face to tap, to just stimulate it all. And then the last thing is to take your ears, your outer ear, and just pull and go around the ear and pull. This actually gets all of the meridian points to just go around the ear and have a little, what is called an ear pull, and have your finger trace the outer ear all the way around. You've stimulated all of the meridian points. Then stand and close your eyes just to feel it. So you're just feeling the shimmer of what happened and all the different places that you might feel a little different. This practice is a good one. You see how short of a time it takes. So it's a good one to play with waking up, or any time during the day. Then onto the left foot and up with the right leg. So this is a left foot. Now, if you can't put that foot up, toe on the floor. Drop the shoulders, elbows drop, fingertips come together. Again, you can work with the quad if you want. If you still want to play with the physical, like strengthening, you can lift it, or you can stay still. You're working on the other side with holding yourself there, grounding into that foot, watching what goes on in that foot, and then down. Other side. Get into the right foot. Really get there before you lift the left foot off. Then find your posture. Reach up out of the crown of the head. Pull in at the abdominals. The abdominals will always help stabilize you. Breathing in, breathing out. And then let it go. Coming back to the floor, because it's time. Drop the chin to the chest and roll down the spine. Step back into downward dog for a moment. Now, a natural way to come down would be to come onto your knees and back into child. And those of you who can do that with your knees, go right ahead and do that. I'm going to still avoid that today, but feel free to come down on that. I'm going to come down on my knees and go all the way down onto my elbows into the Sphinx. And this is so we can go even further down. Breathing in, I am still water. I reflect the sky faithfully. Look, I have a full moon within my heart, the refreshing full moon of the Bodhisattva. Breathing out, I offer the perfect reflection of my mirror mind. Bring yourself all the way down and tuck the toes for the cerebral spinal fluid balancer. And you're just pressing in through the toes, and your head is off the floor, but your arms don't have to push. It's just the toes. And then slow that down and take a breath and turn yourself over. Now, today we're going to do we haven't done this in a while. We're going to do the reclined goddess with or without the cushion or the rolled up blanket or rolled up mat, whatever you have. So you can just have yourself down on the floor. Your soles of your feet are together. You can use 2 blocks or cushions or something like that to hold those knees up, or you can let them go open depending on how your inner thighs work. And remember, we're all unique. And that's why yoga's, you could have the same structure, but everybody has to find their own particular way that it works for them. With this, if you have something to cover your eyes or you want to palm the eyes, you take the heels of the hands and put it right on your cheekbones and palm the eyes. Or if you have like a strap or anything close by, you can cover the eyes as we contemplate the final stanza. Breathing in, I have become space without boundaries. I have no plans left. I have no luggage. Breathing out, I am the moon that is sailing through the sky at utmost emptiness. I am freedom. So now, as we come from, something that grows from the earth, a flower, to the mountain, something that is like a part of the way that the first chakra, the earth itself is. And then we go to the water, working with all these elements. We go to the still water, and then we see the mirror of the sky. We connect with the sky and then go to the place of that water that, holds the reflection in my mind. And then finally we go to I am space. Breathing in, I have become space without boundaries. I have no plans left. I have no luggage. Breathing out, I am the moon that is sailing through the sky of utmost emptiness. I am freedom. And so as you look at the moon tonight, you might recall this feeling of I am space, and that I have nothing I need to worry about, nothing I need to hold. I am the emptiness, and there's a moon, and that moon is sailing through the empty space, and I am the moon. And this moon is worth contemplating. It'll be up in the evening, along with Jupiter, you'll see the bright shining Jupiter near the moon. And then it'll come down and it'll still be up in the morning. I think it doesn't go down till like 6 a.m. maybe longer. So check it out. It's really powerful. It's a special moon. Power of 4 moons during this summer made it a very powerful, very changing, very interesting, very wild ride summer. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Just for a moment, allow yourself to see yourself lying here on the mat before we make any other changes, so that you can see that you can take yourself outside yourself and see yourself. You can work with all of these images, and this is part of that expansion into the 5th vibration or the 5th dimension. And then you don't need to move at all. But because I'm an educator and I try to be on time, I'm gonna move myself and come back. But you don't have to. You can just lie there, resting, feeling this posture, whichever posture you've ended up in. For me, the way to release is to lengthen out my legs and roll off the cushion and come back onto the flat floor and just feel Shavasana for a moment. Noticing the shift in all the different areas and ways that it shifts, including how gravity works upon me. Then roll over to your side if you want to join me and just let gravity work upon you again. Taking a moment to feel how gravity pulls the 85% water that we are. Then press into the hands and come up. And pause for another moment to settle the body in an upward stance. And finally, when you feel ready, see which way it is that you need to come up with all